Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome back to Mediocre MTG. Uh, I did not do exactly what I wanted to do last weekend, and then I did in two different aspects. First of all, I've been really sick since like Saturday evening, so was not able to crack my box of Modern Horizons like I wanted to. However, I went and I did my pre-release draft. And to show off what I did, I'm going to make this video. Here you'll see the three tokens I opened up. I thought it was interesting. I believe the first one I opened up was the shapeshifter. I'm like, oh, they're all foil tokens. Okay, interesting. Then I believe I opened the soldier, another foil. And the foils are, I'm assuming, not as common as the non-foils. And it's also interesting that the non-foils have two sides, so you get a construct on the back of that one. So now that we know what tokens I opened up, that doesn't really matter. I'm gonna show you guys kind of what I ended up seeing in drafting. I did make a little cheat sheet here for myself. I should try to take it pretty seriously. So we're gonna zoom in here. Whoop. And pack one, pick one for me. I don't know why. I don't know. I saw the Fairy Seer, and I saw a 1/1 flyer with Scry 2. Like, you know what? That's good. It's good at the beginning. It's good when you're, late in the game. If you don't want the 1-drop, at least you got the Scry 2 with it. Flying's evasion. Let's go with it. And that instantly went into my deck. So that was a good card. Pick two was Moonblade Shinobi. I thought it was interesting to get a 1/1 blue illusion creature token with flying. Wasn't really keen on the new ninjutsu. I guess it could have worked if I had small flyers such as the Fairy Seer, but when it was all said and done, it did not make the cut. We'll put our zoom. There we go. All right, Smoke Shroud. +1/+1 and flying for a, 1 in a blue seems good. I'm all right with that. And if there's ninjas, you can attach to ninjas. Because I guess when I saw it, I grabbed the ninja. That went in the deck. Windcaller Aven. Excuse me. Nice 4/3 flyer. If you don't need it or it's too early and you can't get them out, you can cycle it to draw a card. And you can get something flying to end a turn. Seemed really good. This is where I messed up because I thought I wrote everything in order when I wrote down what I drafted after immediately drafting it. And I don't know where the second Windcaller even was, so I put him third, fourth, fifth. Iceberg Cantrix, or is it Cancrix? Cantrix. My snow crab. I saw it. I know snow was a theme. I liked it. Reminds me a lot of the Hedron crab. Weird with crayons and lands. Not lands for this guy, but Hedron crab with the landfall, and this is just snow permanents. Like, you know what? That seems not bad, for a 0/4 blocker, if I can do anything with it, cool. Exclude. Yeah, you're seeing complete mono blue by me, which is something that you typically wouldn't see. I'm seeing counters, I'm seeing blue getting passed around to me. I'm thinking I'm gonna play blue. I'm gonna play a control deck. So I grabbed Exclude. Why just take Exclude when Prohibit comes around? Another counter with a kicker to help it out. And I see the Chiller Pillar. Like, why not? If I can get this it's a 5/5 flyer, that seems really good. It's snow, works with the crab. Yes, absolutely. That's my thinking. And then I finally got into some picks that weren't really fitting what I had as we're getting towards the end of the first pack. Vespalark did not make the cut. Wing Shards did not make the cut. Figured maybe going white would be okay. Fact or Fiction. I'm used to that card in Commander. And I know what it can do. I don't think I've ever played it. I don't think I've played deck with it, but I grabbed it. I actually played it in a game, and you know, he did a 3-2, and I grabbed, you know, I think the 3 because I had a counter in it, so that it worked in my favor the one time I actually did draw it. Winter's Rest. Here's another snow enchantment that makes a creature, you know, not able to be untapped. So that was pretty cool, and I used it in my matches. Volatile Claws. It was a hard pass. Again, you know, one of the very few red cards if I've been drawing. The Elk. I saw more Elk in the packs we passed around than bears. So I was a little bit sad. I like Elk. I would have liked to see some bears. Pack 2, pick 1. What did I do? Yeah, I went with the crab. Grabbed him again. And then I had a Mana War, figuring that's a good way to bounce. You know, I can always bounce and counter if I'm having issues or just get something out of the way. The Phantom Ninja. I thought that was a nice ninja that worked. Can't be blocked. Okay, and at one point I did have the Smoke Shroud on him. So I had a 3/3 flying unblockable ninja. It did some work. Stream of Thought. Well, if I'm taking on these crabs with me, I might as well grab this guy. I was actually able to play him, play at a decent amount. I think one time I ended up paying 2 replicate costs with this. So I had, you know, I paid 9 to mill 12. So that was neat in the late game. String of Disappearances to bounce, you know, that was played. Choking Tethers, tapping up to 4 creatures, if not tapping a creature. With the cycling cost, that worked well for me. Spell Snuff to counter. Never had it cast with Fateful Hour. Segovian Angel. That would have been, again, if I went white, you know, I would have had those couple other flyers. 1/1 Flying Vigilance is, you know, for 1 is pretty darn good, especially at counter. I took a planes? Yeah, I'm kind of realizing as you know, we're running out of lands towards the end, you know, people grabbing them kind of at will. I need some more snow permanents. I'm going to grab snow-covered plains. And then another Choking Tethers. And then a mountain. And then a forest. So wait a minute. If I'm playing these cards, that's right. I splashed mana of non-blue sources to help generate my my snow permanents. The Cutting for Worm, thought about it, but again, just splashing for 1 would have been good. Cave of Temptation, it did kind of tempt me, but I stayed away. Reign of Revelation. Draw 3 and discard 1. I think this is the last one when I was building my deck that I kind of ended up getting rid of. I like drawing. I want to be all find answers, which I did good with. But I didn't feel like I had a place for it. Another Spell Snuff. Another Phantom Ninja. Another crab. What's really cool about the crabs is they work off each other. So if you have one, you play a second one, you know, then the first one triggers because it's the snow creature. And then you throw the land in, so you're taking milling 6. Finally got 1 snow-covered island, so that was neat. You can see I've got some fun picks here. Go Swampy, go Forest again. Another Winter's Rest. Kite was another one I kind of wanted to, but I know I could do a little bit of drawing. I would have been more interested if it, you know, I could have hit the +2/+0 threshold more, but I wasn't sure I would. Grabbed another Chiller Pillar. I ended up with 13 or 14 snow permanents, so I was pretty happy with how that went. Martyr Soul, again, didn't play. Gilded Light didn't play. Elvish Fury didn't play. Answered Prayers didn't play. Pondering Mage. Pondering Mage is my last card, and I ended up playing it a few times. So Ponder with a butt, as they call it, and he worked. You know, having a 3/4 out there with the Ponder ability, it did pretty good. So for also unknown reasons, I decided to, rather than use die, I kept score just to follow along on paper just to see. So my first matchup, I lost the first game. Then I won the second, won it via milling, and that went really long. And then we went to the end of the round with the last one, and I knocked him out too. Got down to 8 life, but I won with some flyers. So hey, I'm up 2-1. I'm pretty happy about that. He was playing just some sort of kind of Rakdos aggro deck, so black-red. Second matchup was against a guy who played, he called it, mono black value, and he had some really aggressive hands, having 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drops all day long, and just, I could not do anything. I had a little bit of interaction, but my deck did not work against his. Then we got into the third game, and I won the first. We both kind of said, like, yeah, our decks weren't doing too good. The first game, my deck just kind of completely blew him out, and he had no answers. He ended up kind of scooping before my last attack, at his turn, seeing that he had no way of doing it, and I had lethal on board. Second game was a pretty good game. It got down, had him down to 5, but I ended up going out on that one. I just kind of swung just to do it. I didn't have any tricks up my sleeve. Kind of figuring like, well, we must have let that happen, as opposed to taking too long and potentially going to turns and tying in the third matchup. Third one was a slugfest. It was a really good game. So that the first two were kind of opposites. He had the advantage of the second one. I had it the first. That third one, though, it was kind of a really epic matchup. I had a couple key mills from the snow crabs. Of course, I think first damage was done by him. Then he did it in a couple chunks, from 20 to 15 to 9 to 7. And I just sort of slowly whittled him down, 20 to 18, back up to 19, then down to 8, then back up to 9 and 3, and then I had it as we were in turns. I think it was on my turn 3 I had it. And of course he did the whole, I wanted to draw a creature because I would have done this. I'm like, well, here's my spell snuff or whatever, the specific counter target creature card that I drew. I'm like, well, I wanted you to. I wish you did, because then I had the answer in hand. And then the old, and look at the top card. I would have had this. And then I look at the top card. I would have been able to tap all your creatures down. If you kind of passed on your turn and didn't see that I had it. It was a good matchup, though. It was kind of very friendly at the end, kind of looking at what we could have done. He was playing Esper. It worked for him. It's pretty good. I do think in sealed formats 3 can be a bit challenging unless there's a good amount of mana fixing. But it was fun. So I went 2-1. I won a couple packs. So to finish this video, as I'm kind of cooking along, I'm gonna go over and show what I won. So what I pulled. So I pulled a zombie, pulled another forest, foil gilded light, an endling, another Vespelark, grave shifter, ruination rider, shelter, rain of revelation, another normal gilded light, trumpeting her. That would have been cool to have with the rebound and everything. Ward-Eye Witch, Winding Way, another Phantom Ninja, Goblin War Party. This card actually did pretty good in there when players cast it, Entwine, with the Entwine cost, and Answer Prayers. You'll see I only have 2 of my art cards left. I wasn't really knowing what to do with them. I do like, and of course I have to look, the Waterlogged Grove. It is John Avon. He's a really good artist. Doing the the full art lands. This looks really nice. So I gave a couple away. I don't know if I'm probably gonna hold on to these. Not sure I'm ever gonna have a full set, but then I got at the next pack a soldier, another island, scrapyard recombiner. Could be spicy. The talisman of conviction, munitions expert, Gelfer and decoy mob, Arkham's astrolabe. That's probably something I would have grabbed if I had it in the draft. Fountain of Ichor, Decor, Mirasa, Behemoth, another Segovian Angel, Treefolk Umbra, Azra Smoke Shaper, Spinehorn Minotaur. I wish it was a better Minotaur. Except for all those stupid cards you need to draw. Imposter, the 6th tribe. There's a number of cats that are white and colorless that are 3/1. They just add Shapeshifter on this. Of course, it's a cat. And then another Phantom Ninja. So I opened up. I have 4 Phantom Ninjas already. That's interesting. So that's it. I'm gonna close this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and film another one because I feel like filming another video now. So I'll get this up in a bit. The other one will be a surprise at some point. Probably shouldn't even say I'm gonna film it. But no, I'm gonna tell you I'm filming it, so pay attention when the video is posted, because maybe you see what I pull. You guys want to see what I pull? I do. That's why I'm gonna open it. Alright, so thanks for watching me and my draft, where I did a little bit better than mediocre, even though my picks seem to be at best, at times it's kind of mediocre starting off. Mono blue in that format with the draft worked. 2-1, I'll take it. Won a couple packs, I had a good time, and then I got sick. So maybe I shouldn't play mono blue anymore because I got sick. Alright, well, everyone have a good night. Thanks again for watching and for joining Mediocre MTG. I'll talk to you guys next time.